Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel where today we're going to be doing my week 4 NFL power rankings after a kind of a wild week in the NFL where the Packers came back from a 17-0 deficit. The Dolphins dropped 70 freaking points on the Broncos. And Taylor Swift just appeared at the Chiefs game, and now we're getting a bunch load of bandwagon Chiefs fans from Swifties if the Chiefs didn't already have the problem of bandwagoners in the first place. So, let's go ahead and get started with the tier list. We got my tiers here: Super Bowl, Divisional, Wild Card. You got some hope, Trash, and then 70. I think you kind of know who's going to be put down there, but I'm going to say that for a little later in the tier list. Next up, we got the Arizona Cardinals, who surprisingly played a really good game against the Cowboys and won against Dallas, winning 28 to, I believe, 15, something like that. I don't have my stats pulled up at the moment, but they played a really effective game. The offense actually moved really well. James Conner got involved. Josh Dobbs looked really decent, especially considering the Cowboys' defense has been the best defense in the first 2 weeks of the season. This is a very surprising result, and I'm still putting you trash because I still think that was a fluke game, but you're not the bottom team in the NFL anymore. I'm not putting you there. Especially after competing well against the Giants last week. You actually competed in all 3 games. You competed against the Commanders, competed against the Giants, and you beat the Cowboys. So, good on you, Arizona. Good on you. Next, we got the Atlanta Falcons, who lost to the Lions. I'm still putting them in divisional, as I think they're the better constructed team between them, the Buccaneers, and the Saints. I believe that their offense can work. It's just the run game needs to be effective. You can't put the game on Desmond Ritter. And I think their defense is still really good. They held the Packers really good in the fourth quarter last week, and they held the Lions' defense offense to 20 points. That's really impressive. I still think they're the best team in the NFC South, so right now I'm just going in division. Baltimore. I'm putting you in a wild card again. Because even though you're still 2-1 tied for the top of the division, you lost to the Colts. And granted, the Colts are a very surprising team right now, but you lost to the Colts, and they're not a great football team. They're not constructible. You should have been able to beat them pretty handily, and so for that, you're being booted down to wild card. Next up, we got the Buffalo Bills, who I'm currently putting in divisional, even though they're not winning their division, because the past 2 weeks, especially after that week 1 embarrassment to the Jets, they have played really, really well. They were able to beat up on the Raiders last week, and who did they play this week? Oh my gosh, I forget who they played. Let me look that up real quick. They were able to beat up on the Commanders. That's right, 37-3 with their amazing defense. Such a boring wipeout. I didn't even remember who they played. And their defense was fantastic. They're fine. The only problem is they got a better team in their division right now. Panthers, you are in trash. You're going below the Cardinals. You're 0-3, even with Andy Dalton putting in a spirited effort in relief of Bryce Young. You guys look lost on offense, and your defense is nowhere near as advertised as we thought they were. We thought this team was going to be carried by the defense, keep them in close games, but yeah, something is off with the Panthers, and that's come down to coaching. Their offense has not been playing that well, so yeah, no, you're trash. Bears. You got saved this week from the most national embarrassment by another team. But you still got blown out by the Chiefs. It was so bad that Fox pulled your game that had the 2 big star in Patrick Mahomes, Taylor freaking Swift in attendance. You know how much ratings that would give them from all the Swifties trying to see if the rumors are true, which they are. They pulled you for the Cowboys and Cardinals because you are trash. You are the worst team in the NFL, I think, by roster construction, by everything. The only reason you're not in the bottom spot is because another team just had the most embarrassing game of their history last week. So, you got lucky Bears this week. I mean, as lucky as you can be in my power rankings, but you're bad. Stop it. Bengals. You got some hope. You picked up a win on a bum leg on Joe Burrow, 19-16 over a Rams team who has been playing well, and not really much to say. You guys still are very concerning in terms of your overall construction, especially with Joe Burrow not being 100%. He might not be 100% all year, but you got some hope. Cleveland. Your offense still may not be great, but man, oh man, what a difference of changing defensive coordinators can make. You guys went from having one of the worst defenses last year under Joe Woods to this year, your defense is one of the best in the league. Seriously. This defense is carrying you, is solid, is great. You're in my divisional tier this week because, yeah, you guys, after that bungling against the Steelers last week, you guys played another solid game of really good defense. So, good on you. Dallas, you're dropping a couple spots on my tier list. I had you up as Super Bowl contender for how well your defense was playing. You don't get to stay in Super Bowl contender when you get beat by the freaking Cardinals. Dak looked lost. Your defense couldn't stop the Cardinals for some reason. And yeah, that was an embarrassing loss. You should be ashamed of yourself. You gave the Cardinals fans hope and took them away from thinking for Caleb Williams. So shame on you. Wild card. Oh, Denver. Denver. How in the world did you give up 70 points to the Dolphins? Their backups is running all over you. Poor Russell Wilson, who actually played pretty well in this game, had to sit and watch his defense. That was supposed to be a good defense heading into the season. 6th highest paid defense in the NFL. Give up 70 points. The only reason why they did not set the NFL record is because Mike McDaniels did not want to do it. They could have scored 73 on you. You lost by 50 points. That is an embarrassment. And if the coach wasn't Sean Payton, I would have fired him on the spot for giving up 70 points. That is just a fact. And, yeah, no, you're the bottom for giving up 70 points. Even though I think you will beat the Bears next week, no, you're the bottom. Stay down there. Detroit. I still got them in divisional. I do think that they are the better of the two teams between them and the Packers. Their offense is better. I think their defense really shut down Atlanta last week and showed really good promise there. So right now I got them in divisional. And Green Bay I got in wild card tier because they came from behind against a good Saints defense. Jordan Love had his moment. Lambeau debut, came back from down 17 to win 18-17, put the team on his back. He has it. Like people want to say, oh, he only complete 50% of his passes. If you look at how that Saints defense played, how close they were, he basically had to be pinpoint perfect. And still, receivers still dropped the ball. Because some of those throws were like dimes. Beautiful. And yeah, he's good. He is good. So there's that there. Silent. Sorry about that. And then we got the Houston Texans. You got hope. You just beat the Colts and the Jaguars. You are 2-1. It's like, where did this come from? DeMeco Ryans? Actually, no, you did not beat the Colts last week. But he played well against the Colts last week. And you just beat the Jaguars 37-17. You had a fullback have an 84-yard kick return for a touchdown. CJ Stroud has looked really good. DeMeco Ryans is having this team believe. And you guys got some serious hope right now. You really, really do. Next up, we got the Indianapolis Colts, who I am putting in divisional because they are currently leading the division. Shane Steichen has been a great coach. Anthony Richardson, when healthy, has played well. Gardner Minshew played well last week. You guys are able to beat a really good Ravens team in overtime by playing good defense, had great special teams. And I'm surprisingly putting you guys in division right now. So, yeah, there you go. Jacksonville. I'm sorry to put you here, but right now you don't have hope. You're not a wild card team. You just lost to the Texans, and you lost to the Chiefs last week. Your offense has not looked right. I may be overreacting a little bit, but this is from a week-to-week basis. I don't know what's going on with you. I really, really don't. And so right now you're going to be in trash tier. I'm sorry, I had to do it to you. Kansas City, first team in Super Bowl tier. You guys took care of business against the Bears. You guys are fine. Mahomes looks great. Kelsey, he's got a new girl. I think Kansas City is a good team, guys. So there's that. There, Los Angeles, not San Diego. Another team, and you got some hope. You were able to beat a Vikings team by having a good defensive stand on the goal line. And Justin Herbert played fantastic. He's continuing to play fantastic. You're still worried about the defense, and you're still worried about Brandon Staley being a stupid idiot. Like, what was that play call? So, but you won. You got some hope coming for you. Good for you. LA Rams, another team in trash tier. The offense looked terrible against the Bengals. You lost 2 straight games, one against the 49ers and one against the Bengals. Granted, those are 2 really good teams, but you did not look great in either one of them, and so you're in trash tier. The Vegas Raiders, another team in trash, because what was that, Josh McDaniels? You're down 8, so you waste time not going for it. It's just a completely baffling play call decision by Josh McDaniels. Even with Devontae Adams trying to carry the team on his back. Devontae, I love you. Please come back to Green Bay. We need you. And it's just, you also lost to the Steelers, whose offense does not ever look great, and you let them look good. So you guys are bad. You guys are pretty bad. Miami, they're the number 1 team on my tier list. How could it not be? They dropped 70 points. 70. Without their second best weapon in Jalen Waddle. This team is seriously something else, and especially on the offensive side of the ball. With a healthy Tua, this team is the best offense in the league. And they're on pace to be one of the greatest offenses of all time. That's how good they are. But right now, they're number 1 on my tier list. That's just 100% fact. Minnesota, 0-3. Might as well tank. Go for Caleb Williams. Kirk Cousins is not the reason why guys are losing, by the way. But he's not going to take you to where you want to be. And so I would consider trying to trade him here soon, especially if you guys lose again. So, yeah, you guys are bad, and I'm so happy because of that. New England is not a team, and you got some hope. You guys beat the Jets team that's struggling, and so good for you. You got picked up your first win. First 2 games were very competitive against 2 really good teams. I mean, they held like the Dolphins to like 30 points when they scored 70 this week. So I say that's pretty good. It's just you gotta wonder about the offense, how they can't win shootouts. The defense has to keep the game low, and then the offense can do his job. But you got some hope out of picking up that victory. New Orleans, putting you in a wild card for now because you are still 2-1. But you blew a golden opportunity to go to 3-0 and really hold on to this division because your defense played pretty well, even though I personally think they got away with a lot of like pass interference, holding, stuff like that. But if the refs ain't calling it, might as well get away with it, is my opinion on that. But you still blew a 17-0 lead in a quarter. I know you say, oh, Derek Carr was injured, we wouldn't want to give him if he was there, but the fact is he wasn't there. You had a 17-0 lead, and you lost it. That is concerning. But, again, your defense, fantastic. So, you're still a wildcard team for me. So, pretty good there. The Giants, you're trash. It's just, you guys aren't good. Granted, you did face the 49ers, but you got blown up by the Cowboys. You almost lost to the Cardinals, and now you got curb stomped by the 49ers. There's no doubt about it. You guys are pretty bad. Jets, I'm so sorry to do this to you, Jets fans. You guys came into the season with so much optimism with Aaron Rodgers, but now that Zach Wilson's the quarterback, it's just a repeat of last year. Even worse, because he's terrible. He's not going to be good. You guys need to get in a veteran. Either sign one off the street like Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan, or trade for Kirk Cousins. Because Zach Wilson's not getting you there. And that's just a fact about it. So, Philadelphia. I am putting them in. I'm moving them up to Super Bowl contender again. There's 3-0. They have played some tough teams. And they look shaky. They're definitely on the lower end of Super Bowl contender. But they're one of the 2 best teams in the NFC, so I'm putting them up there. Jalen Hurts, again, a little shaky, but I think as the season goes on, they start to look better. And so there's that. Pittsburgh, wild card team for now. Impressive win against the Raiders, I will say. And but still, I am very concerned about your offense. Your defense is fantastic. They've been playing very well recently, but still concerned about your offense. Don't know how long this will last for you, but good for you on 2-1 so far. Another team in wild card, I'm putting the Seattle Seahawks. Really good win against the Panthers. You're 2-1. You had a victory over the Lions, and you guys are looking better than that Week 1 collapse against the Rams. So good for you, Seattle. San Francisco, Super Bowl contender. The offensive line a little shaky, but you won. Your defense dominated. Brock Purdy looked solid again. He's got good weapons, so you're still a Super Bowl contender for me. Being a little controversial, but I'm putting the Buccaneers in. You got some hope. They're 2-1. They lost to a really good Eagles team last night. There's hope there. But I'm personally am just not sure if that is the team we're going to see going forward. So putting you there. Tennessee, another team that's trash. You guys couldn't do anything against the Browns defense. You guys really need to get a new quarterback or something on the offense. You can't be doing that on offense. And Washington, they're still 2-1, so I'm putting them in. You got some hope, but man, that game against the Bills looked awful. You guys got steamrolled, so yeah, putting it down there. So right now, my teams are in Super Bowl. I got Dolphins, 49ers, Chiefs, and Eagles. Divisional teams, I got, well, the Falcons are moving down here. The Bills, Lions, Browns, Falcons, and Colts. Wildcard teams, I got the Ravens, Cowboys, Packers, Seahawks, Steelers, and Saints. You got some hope. I got the Buccaneers, Commanders, Bengals, Texans, Chargers, and Patriots. Trash teams, I got the Jaguars, Rams, Giants, Titans, Jets, Cardinals, Raiders, Panthers, Vikings, and Bears. And all the way down at the bottom, in the 70 tier, is the Denver Broncos. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Who do you think should be number 1? Who do you think should be number 32? Anywhere in between. And please subscribe to the channel for more. Coming out with some more predictions tomorrow, and then getting into the finale of the MLB season and MLB playoffs as well coming up soon. So looking forward to that. And I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Peace.